it's a great example of why. So
it is.
Thanks to him.
It is. And Jason, we had a beautiful weekend.
We did.
Over the weekend. We had some thunderstorms, I think.
We
I
did.
saw some.
Late Saturday.
It was great. Did you get out in the rain at all?
I did not get out, and it didn't really rain where I live, but I did hear some thunder and lightning, which always is nice. And you get that nice smell. So we aren't seeing any more of that, though, today. We'll have your forecast. It's coming up. Look at that beautiful blue sky already.
Plus, a Kennewick man is in custody after allegedly bringing his children with him in a gang-involved shooting. And a Richland teen is under arrest after allegedly attempting to steal a neighbor's truck. Good Morning Northwest continues right now.
From Camp KVUE Local News, this is Good Morning Northwest.
Good morning and thanks for joining us. I'm Riley Fitzgerald in for Jill Sperling.
And I'm Jason Valentine. Good Monday morning, good Memorial Day morning. Hope you have today off. We're here because, well, we got to bring you the news.
We are.
And I'm happy to be here, Riles, because we are looking at just beautiful conditions today. And it's going to continue, though we're going to cool down a bit this week. So if you're looking for relief, it is on the way, but then warmer temperatures after that. Let's take a look outside. Again, a beautiful morning, folks. Hope you have your sunglasses, and it's just going to be nice. Hope you're able to spend some time with family, friends, and get outside on this holiday Monday. If not, hope you have a wonderful day. So, radar looking free and clear, perfect traveling weather. It is just a gorgeous holiday Monday, and folks, we're going to see unfettered sunshine today. Highs above our average. We're in the mid to upper 80s for the Yakima Valley. We're right in those upper 80s. Could see 90 degrees for the Tri-Cities, just under that threshold. And over in Walla Walla, looking more sunshine as well. We have more sunshine on the way this week, though we are going to be cooling down towards midweek. We're still going to be just above our average, right around the mid to upper 70s to lower 80s. But then as we head to our weekend, we're going to warm up even hotter than we saw in our just previous weekend. So a lot to talk about. Looking, again, beautiful today. Hope you're able to get outside and enjoy all of your full forecasts coming up. But for right now, let's send back to Riley.
Thank you so much, Jason. A Kennewick woman is facing several charges after an hours-long standoff at an apartment complex Sunday. At approximately 11 on Sunday morning, the Kennewick Police Department responded to the 100 block of North McKinley Street, searching for a wanted person. 35-year-old Kayla Guzman, who had multiple felony and misdemeanor warrants, was at the location. Verbal contact was made with Guzman, who reported she was armed. The apartment complex was contained and a request for Tri-City Regional SWAT was made. Prior to SWAT arrival, the apartment Guzman was in caught fire. Neighboring apartments were evacuated with no injuries reported. SWAT was able to make entry and detain Guzman, who was transported to an area hospital for treatment for non-life-threatening injuries. Guzman was booked into Benton County Jail on outstanding warrants and new charges of arson, burglary, resisting arrest, and false reporting. And Kennewick police are looking into accusations of sexual assault after officers were originally dispatched to the 1000 block of South Johnson Street for a burglary in process. Upon arrival, officers contacted a 28-year-old female who disclosed that she was lured into an empty house and sexually assaulted. Officers with the Kennewick Police Department, along with the Benton County Sheriff's Office and Pasco Police Department, contained the area and attempted to locate the suspect, who fled on foot. This case is still under investigation. If anyone has any information about this incident, call the non-emergency number at 509-628-0333. Anonymous tips can also be made online at kpdtips.com. A Kennewick man is facing charges after being accused of bringing his children with him to a gang shooting. Authorities said 37-year-old John Salinas' two sons were walking near Kamiakin High School last Tuesday when they claimed a silver vehicle pulled up next to them and threatened them with a gun. The teens called Salinas, who came to pick them up. According to court documents, Salinas' 9-year-old daughter was also in the vehicle. It was later reported to police that the silver vehicle pulled up next to Salinas' vehicle as he waited at a red light. Witnesses said the driver in the silver car began shooting at Salinas and his children. Investigators say there is evidence that in the vehicle that suggested Salinas shot back. Salinas suffered several injuries in the shooting and was arrested Wednesday. Salinas is a convicted felon with cases in Washington, Oregon, and Texas. Due to his convictions, it is illegal for him to own a firearm. His bail is set at $500,000 due to investigators' beliefs that Salinas brought his 9-year-old daughter with him on a mission to confront a person with a gun. And a man was arrested Saturday after a shooting on Jadwin Avenue in Richland. 30-year-old Patrick Liver was arrested on suspicion of drive-by shooting, unlawful possession of a firearm, burglary, and obstruction. Officers were called to the 1700 block of Jadwin Avenue after several calls reported a shooting. When they arrived, officers say they didn't find any victims, but they saw a vehicle that matched the description given by one of the witnesses. When the officer tried to confront the driver, later identified as Liver, Liver ran into a nearby apartment. The SWAT team was then called and authorities were able to arrest Liver. And Richland police officers responded to a call of a possible auto theft in the 1400 block of Judson Avenue early Friday morning. According to the RPD, the caller says he saw a teen get into his truck and drive away. He said the truck then stalled in the middle of the street. RPD says when officers arrived, they found the vehicle in the street. The teen suspect then ran from the scene. Officers were able to chase him and arrested him near Gothel Street. Authorities say they suspected this was the same teen who had tried to steal another vehicle just prior to taking the truck. RPD said the teen suspect was arrested on suspicion of auto theft, prowling, driving without a license, obstructing, and 2 unrelated warrants. And drivers headed between Walla Walla and the Tri-Cities are about to be moving a lot faster. WashDOT is almost finished with a new section of US 12 north of Touchy and Loudon. This project has been going on for decades and there's still a lot more work ahead. But this latest update means Touchy and Loudon won't have the highway traffic going through anymore, and drivers will have 4 lanes of divided highway instead of 2 along this section. WashDOT said they initially planned to have the highway reopened today. And it's the final day of a 3-day weekend, and the beautiful weather means that a lot of people are going to be spending some time outside. The Benton County Mosquito Control says you might see their plane out doing mosquito treatments. They say, like last year, there's a lot of water around, which makes a perfect breeding ground for the bugs. And unlike last year, it's been very, very hot this spring. While Mosquito Control is doing what they can, they're also recommending that you use bug spray if you're going to be out along the Yakima River, especially at dawn and dusk. And Jason Valentine returns with a look at your morning forecast.
Thank you so much, Riley. What a beautiful Monday morning, everyone. What a way to start the week. Hope you'll have it off. All of your full forecast. I'm going to get you ready for the week ahead. Coming right up.
Plus, arguably America's biggest race, the Indy 500, took place yesterday. We'll have all of the action from the greatest spectacle in racing. That's coming up next.
It's the Ford Big Deal Memorial Day sales event. Choose from big deals and great rates on new trucks and SUVs now through May 31st. Get 0% APR and $1,000 on a qualifying trade for a 2023 Edge, Escape, or Explorer. Only at your local Ford dealer.
At the Blue Mountain Station in Dayton, Washington, we invest in community. Our partners include Sweet Cheeks Bake Shop, Cedar Rain Spirits, Onyx Farms, Ray's Roast, Red Band Cellars, Bard & Bead Meadery, and the Co-op and Commercial Kitchen. We invite you to explore Dayton today.
Come shop the largest selection of RVs in the Tri-Cities at Appleway RV. Save big on Class A's, Class C's, travel trailers, toy haulers, and fifth wheels. Shop America's top brands, Rockwood, Tiffin, Newmar, Dynamax, and more, with a huge selection of pre-owned RVs. Plus, get maximum value for your trade, all with no payments for 90 days. Come shop the clearance event at Appleway RV Pasco.
Looking to unwind after a long day? Come to Proof, where we serve up delicious food and a lively atmosphere. From craft beers to gourmet burgers, we have something for everyone. Join us at one of our 2 locations, Pasco or Kennewick. Proof, a gastropub experience.
For all the times we've been inspired to be just like Dad. Right now, save $20 on the BG50 blower. Real STIHL. Find yours.
The Memorial Day savings are on now, this week at Walker's Furniture, with big holiday discounts on all your favorite brands, where you can save more and get more for your home, or take advantage of 5 years no-interest financing with no minimum purchase and no down payment required.
Beautiful new bedroom sets, stylish new sectionals, and quality new dining sets all on sale.
Making it the perfect time to furnish your life for less.
It's the Ford Big Deal Memorial Day sales event. Choose from big deals and great rates on new trucks and SUVs now through May 31st. Get 0% APR and $1,000 on a qualifying trade for a 2023 Edge, Escape, or Explorer, only at your local Ford dealer.
This newscast sponsored by Nissan.
Welcome back on this Memorial Day morning. Well, this year's Indianapolis 500 had some unexpected excitement near the end. A race car's tire went flying towards the crowd in a spectacular crash, and the winner of the race saw years of aggravation at the Brickyard come to an end. Here's ABC's Andrew Dimbert.
After a decade of frustration, it was Joseph Newgarden crossing the finish line at the Indianapolis 500.
Team Penske at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, and Joseph Newgarden finally wins the Indianapolis 500.
Entering Sunday's race, Newgarden had been 0 for 11 in the greatest spectacle in racing.
The Indy 500 is the most difficult race in the world to win, and to finally be able to do it, this was my 12th attempt. It is not easy, nothing's given here, and I'm just so thankful for my team.
But the race not without some heart-stopping moments. A crash near the front of the pack began a terrifying collision near the grandstands.
Oh my God! Forex! Oh my God!
Kyle Kirkwood losing control with just 17 laps to go, spinning out, sending him airborne, smacking into the wall. Cameras showing his tire flying off, just missing seats filled with spectators. The tire then slamming into this white car in the parking lot. After the race, reporters posting images of the car's owner, Robin Matthews, after she was invited by the Indianapolis Motor Speedway president to take photos on the racetrack and even kiss the bricks. The Indianapolis Motor Speedway also providing her with a ride home. Luckily, no one was hurt from the crash. After crossing the checkered flag, Newgarden diving into the crowd of more than 300,000, climbing the fence, and as is tradition, doused himself in milk, the drink of champions at the Indy 500.
I said if I'm winning this race, I am going in the crowd, and just to feel that energy was something I will never forget.
Andrew Dimbert, ABC News, New York.
Coming up, a rash of gun violence broke out across the nation over the holiday weekend, including here in Washington. And folks, I'll return with a look at your first alert weather forecast on this Memorial Day morning. You see that sun? You're going to see more of it. Can't wait to tell you about it. That is next on Good Morning Northwest. We're back in just a bit.
I'm a 77-year young elder. For whatever years I have left, the target is to pay it forward. What led me to Yakima Federal was I was looking for a place to get a mortgage on our first home in 1973. And then just one thing led to the other. CDs and checking accounts. Yakima Federal specialized primarily in kindness and caring, and that's what they're all about. I've been a very satisfied customer since 1973.
Memorial Aquatic Park in Pasco will be open Memorial Weekend, Saturday to Monday, 1 to 5:45 p.m. to kick off the summer swim season. Stop by this weekend and register to win a family season pass, good for a family of 4, sponsored by Dairygold. Cool off with us this weekend at Memorial Aquatic Park in Pasco for all the fun. Learn more at PascoParksandRec.com. Get fit, have fun, do more with Pasco Parks and Rec.
From Camp KView, this is Medically Speaking.
My name is Lauren Martin. I started to work out at Hanford in 1982, and for 20 years I worked with the fleet, repairing cranes, locomotives, cars, ambulances, fire trucks, everything. After 20 years, then I came down with a disease, and my doctors in Spokane strongly encouraged me to change careers. It's just amazing. Just recently I had a need for a walker. Right there it was. If I need any supplies, they're there for me. All I have to do is pick up the phone and it's there.
So we'll definitely evaluate their past employment. As a registered nurse myself, I'll look through their medical records and I'll look to see maybe what medical conditions they have, and we'll be very upfront with them, honest about whether they do have a claim that could warrant benefits or not.
It's one of the world's largest dams, and it's on our own Columbia River.
Largest dam in North America, and we love it. Where else do you get to see that?
The Grand Coulee Dam.
Sun, beautiful, beautiful open spaces.
Fly the Northwest, Tuesday on Cap KVU Local News at 6.
Monday on Live, Bethany Frankel. Plus, we kick off Get Ready for Summer Week.
Today at 9 on Cap KVU.
Honoring men and women who made the ultimate sacrifice. Now, Cap KVU First Alert weather with Jason Valentine.
Good Monday morning and good Memorial Day. Hope you have today off. If not, you're going to have a wonderful day ahead. And folks, hope you had a wonderful weekend as well. Look at all of this sunshine, and it's just going to continue today, folks. Unfettered sunshine. It is going to be a beautiful Memorial Day. We are looking at dry conditions for the next couple of days, and we are going to be cooling down a bit as we head into our work week and then warming back up by our next weekend. So free and clear on our radar, perfect time to do some traveling. It is just going to be a gorgeous day, and it's going to stay that way today, folks. And in our futurecast, we have a low pressure system right above Spokane protecting us from any precipitation, also from any winds coming in. We have a little bit of breeze, but no real wind events on the way. So take a look at our futurecast a little bit closer to our areas. Just unfettered sunshine today. A little bit of shower activity is going to be occurring just to the southwest of the Blue Mountain region. So we'll keep an eye on that. But other than that, we're looking beautiful. This is what we're looking at tomorrow morning as many folks will be heading back to work. Beautiful conditions, and that's going to persist into Tuesday, even though we're going to see a little bit of cloud coverage coming in. But again, those showers look to be sticking off to the southeast. So as we're looking at our current temperatures, we are warm, folks. We are in the mid to lower 50s, and we're going to be staying warm, folks, in our morning hours. So we're going to cool off just a bit as we head towards midweek. So tomorrow we're going to start that cooling trend, and we're still going to be above our average for this time of year, which is mid to upper 70s for all of our areas. So for Wednesday, Thursday, we're going to be in the lower 80s, upper 70s for pretty much all of our cities. And then we're just going to build back up starting on Friday and into our weekend, where we should be in the mid to lower 90s, if not upper 80s for all of our cities. So just get ready for more beautiful conditions on the way and more heat on the way. But if you're looking for a little bit of relief, that's on the way as well. Just a week for everyone. So as we look at our wind speeds, we are seeing pretty much what we expect. We're going to see moments of double digits or just above it, 10 to 15 mile per hour winds, but we're seeing quite a bit of nominal winds as well. So a little bit of wind at times, and that's going to be the case for the next couple of days. Again, our weather pattern, very calm, very settled down, so our winds aren't really varying that much, even though we are going to be cooling down, then warming back up. We're still in a pretty nice weather trend. So as we look at our highs today, mid 80s for the Yakima Valley, 80 degrees for Ellensburg. As we move into the mid-Columbia, we're going to remain right in those mid to upper 80s. Could see a 90 or 2 over in the Blue Mountain region, warming up there as well, almost on par with the rest of our areas, mid 80s. 7-day forecast for Yakima, cooling down to the upper 70s Wednesday and Thursday, then slowly warming back up to around 90 degrees for your weekend. And look at all of that sunshine, folks. Overnight lows, upper 40s, mid to lower 50s. In the Tri-Cities area, lower 80s for Wednesday and Thursday, all the way up to those mid 90s for Saturday and Sunday, and ample sunshine on the way, especially for, well, today, your Memorial Day. So again, I hope you have today off and have some great plans. If not, hope you're able to get out and enjoy some of this sunshine. The sunshine will be sticking with us, so we're going to cool down towards midweek, but then warm back up for a weekend. But get ready for a beautiful Memorial Day ahead.
Thank you so much, Jason. Memorial Day is a time to honor those who have died serving the United States in America's military. It also marks an unofficial start to summer with lazy backyard barbecues and other festivities. But for many, this Memorial Day weekend has been marked by tragedy instead of celebration, as a string of shootings rocked communities across the nation. Reed Binion reports.
These gangbangers who are lawless, and what they are gangbangers.
Officials say at least 3 people were killed and multiple others injured in a shooting at a motorcycle rally in Red River, New Mexico Saturday. According to police, it started with a confrontation between motorcycle gangs. The mayor of Red River said everyone involved is in police custody. Police say Jacob David Castillo, who was injured and hospitalized, was charged with an open count of murder. Meanwhile, police in the Seattle area searching for a suspect after a Saturday shooting at a casino. 3 people were hospitalized and are in critical condition. On the other side of the country, 5 people were shot Friday in Baltimore. Police say it began with an argument.
With officers less than 50 or 60 feet away, there was an officer that had been here all day. It says a lot about that person who is willing to do that.
All the injuries are believed to be non-life-threatening. Police are still looking for the suspect. A suspect also still at large in nearby Washington, D.C., after a man was killed in a shooting at the Metro's Navy Yard station Sunday morning. That shooting started with an argument on the train. And in Atlanta, 2 teens were shot Sunday morning outside a high school. One 16-year-old victim was killed, the other hospitalized in stable condition. No arrests have been made, and police did not say what led to the shooting. I'm Reed Binion reporting.
Most Americans say gun control laws should be generally stricter, according to a new poll. It also finds there is broad support for preventing anyone under the age of 21 from buying any type of gun. The U.S. remains closely divided about how the availability of guns impacts public safety, with sharp differences in views across partisan and demographic lines. The poll finds 64% favor stricter gun control laws, while 36% are opposed, similar to a survey taken last summer following the mass shooting at a Uvalde, Texas elementary school. Meanwhile, the White House gets low marks for its approach to gun policy, with just 30% of Americans approving of President Biden's handling of the issue. And when we return on Good Morning Northwest, the Writers Guild strike in Hollywood continues, nearing the 1-month mark.
Whether you're looking for your next houseplant, getting those spring flowers in the ground, or planting your dream garden landscape, Queensgate Gardens is the place to go. Queensgate Gardens in Richland. Let's grow together.
It's the Ford Big Deal Memorial Day sales event. Choose from big deals and great rates on new trucks and SUVs now through May 31st. Get 0% APR and $1,000 on a qualifying trade for a 2023 Edge, Escape, or Explorer, only at your local Ford dealer.
What do you do when your employee gets hurt on the job? Here's a story about Jay. He got hurt at work and couldn't perform his normal duties. That's rough, but there's good news. You see, Jay works for TISA, and TISA wants to do right by her employee. She knows all about L&I's Stay at Work program, so TISA gets to keep a valuable employee like Jay on the payroll doing a light-duty job while he heals. And TISA gets reimbursed half of Jay's wages, up to $10,000. Now, that's what we call a win-win. Learn more at lni.wa.gov/stay at work.
Get 2.9% APR for 36 months plus $1,500 purchase allowance on an XT5 and XT6 when you finance through Cadillac Financial.
Craving Rock My World bold flavors only Taco Time can deliver? Congratulations! Crushing your craving just got easier. Taco Time, online and on demand. Dream delivered. You're welcome. When you know what you want, anytime is Taco Time.
Cut your ties to the fuel pump with an all-electric vehicle from Overturf Kia. You'll find a great selection of new vehicles in stock now. Lease a 2023 Kia Niro EV Wind for $349 per month or purchase for just $41,349. Take delivery today or reserve a car that's on its way. Shop online anytime at overturfkia.com. Overturf Kia at the base of the Blue Bridge in Kennewick.
It's the Ford Big Deal Memorial Day sales event. Choose from big deals and great rates on new trucks and SUVs now through May 31st. Get 0% APR and $1,000 on a qualifying trade for a 2023 Edge, Escape, or Explorer, only at your local Ford dealer.
Check out the Grand Coulee Dam by air, Tuesday on KapKV Local News at 6.
It's 6:23 on this Memorial Day morning. Well, Hollywood writers took a break from the picketing lines Friday for a multi-union rally in downtown LA. This comes as the Writers Guild of America strike wraps up its 4th week with no end in sight. Tom Waite reports.
Union solidarity on full display in downtown LA. Many holding the sign, Union Strike Back, in solidarity with the Writers Guild. Their strike now closing in on a month. Union members from across the spectrum came out, service workers, teachers, Teamsters, SAG-AFTRA, and more.
Solidarity is everything within our unions and among our unions, and we have that. We feel that.
And if we stand together, like we're doing right here, right now, and support one another in our collective fights, we would have the opportunity to strike back.
We're going to stand in solidarity with SAG-AFTRA, DGA, WGA, IATSE.
While there was a strong sense of camaraderie in this crowd, the cheers and chants belie a very challenging situation confronting striking Hollywood writers. The studios are now directing their attention toward two other unions, the Directors Guild and SAG-AFTRA, the union that represents actors, which means the writers' strike is likely to drag on for weeks, if not more. How does everyone come together to end this?
Well, the companies need to come back and get serious and talk to us in a real way. SAG has taken their strike authorization vote, which I think is very impressive and great, and we'll see what their numbers are on June 5th. Their contract is up June 30th. The director's contract is up June 30th. If we're all out, what happens?
We are costing the studios money every single day that we are out there. Every time a production shuts down, every day that they don't have new material that they can shoot. It is costing them money, and they know how to end it.
Striking writers have said they want better compensation for streaming, better staffing, but a deal still seems very far out of reach.
Corporate executives making tens of millions a year, while our brothers and sisters and siblings cannot get basic health care.
The strike has heavily impacted TV viewing, with late-night talk shows and Saturday Night Live all forced into reruns. The walkout has also prompted numerous television and film productions to shut down as other union members refuse to cross picket lines. Well, Texas grand jury has indicted this man for the murder of rapper Takeoff. 33-year-old Patrick Clark was arrested in connection with the December killing of the Georgia native. Takeoff, a member of the rap group Migos, was shot to death outside a private party at a bowling alley in Houston, Texas. The city's police chief said an argument led to the shooting. Clark's defense attorney said the indictment was expected, but adds she expects the jury to come back with a not guilty verdict. Clark is currently being held on $1 million bond and is under 24/7 house arrest. Coming up, a promising development regarding the nation's debt limit as President Biden and McCarthy appear to have come to an agreement. We'll have that next on Good Morning Northwest.
We have some of the most scenic bicycle pathways in the region. Remember to be careful and that all the rules of the road apply to bicyclists. So stay on the right, obey all traffic signs, and watch out for the other guy.
Come shop the largest selection of RVs in the Tri-Cities at Appleway RV. Save big on Class A's, Class C's, travel trailers, toy haulers, and fifth wheels. Shop America's top brands, Rockwood, Tiffin, Newmar, Dynamax, and more, with a huge selection of pre-owned RVs. Plus, get maximum value for your trade, all with no payments for 90 days. Come shop the clearance event at Appleway RV Pasco.
It's the Walker's Furniture and Mattress Holiday Sale, where you can save more and get more on the new Serta iComfort Eco and Beautyrest Black Hybrid mattresses. Or get special 5 years no-interest financing with no money down, including big savings on Purple. And get more, like up to $300 in free furniture and a $100 gift card with purchase.
Today through this Monday at Walker's.
Now's the time to get a great deal on select Kubota equipment. Part of the #1 rated tractor brand for durability and owner experience in the U.S., they offer the versatility and reliability to get the job done right, all year round. Right now at participating dealers, get a Kubota compact tractor for 0 down, 0% APR for 84 months.
Find a Kubota dealer near you at GoKubota.com.
Plan your next getaway with a new Escape from Corwin Ford. Choose from options to fit your style, including turbocharged EcoBoost, hybrid, and plug-in hybrid models. Right now, enjoy 0% financing for 36 months. Plus, no charge maintenance for 3 years on all 2023 Ford Escape models. That's 3 years of tire rotations, engine oil, filter changes, and more. Plan your summer escape in a new Ford. Corwin Ford. Family driven for over 100 years.
Pasco Parks and Rec invites you to join in and get involved. They offer a variety of summer classes and programs for all ages, preschool to adult and everyone in between. There's a class, event, or program this summer just for you. Register, reserve, or inquire today. Join all the special events Pasco Parks and Recreation has to offer all summer long. Learn more at PascoParksandRec.com. Get fit, have fun, do more with Pasco Parks and Rec.
Statistics show every 20 minutes an accident happens. It's not a pleasant thought, but sometimes watching out for the other guy is not good enough. If you've been injured in an accident, call Allen Brecky Law Offices.
Live with Kelly and Mark today at 9 on Cap KView.
Good news regarding the debt limit, as party leaders in Washington, D.C. have to look to come to an agreement, but some lawmakers still aren't satisfied. And the Pentagon is taking steps to minimize the risk of classified information being leaked to the public.
And a beautiful Memorial Day is here and on its way, with cooler temperatures and another warming trend to talk about this weekend. I'll get you prepared. My first alert weather forecast.
From Cap KView Local News, this is Good Morning Northwest.
Good morning and thanks for joining us. I'm Riley Fitzgerald in for Jill Sperling.
And I'm Jason Valentine. And Riley, it's fun having you here at the desk.
Thank you so much. It's fantastic to be here.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, hope you have the day off at home. We don't, because we're bringing you the important news. But if you don't have the day off, hope you have a wonderful day. And let's take a look outside. If you love sunshine, you're going to love today. Look at that unfettered sunshine throughout. And folks, we expect more of that to stick around as we move into the next couple of days as well. So, free and clear on our radar, and folks, no precipitation is expected here in the very near future and for the next couple of days. So we have a bit of a drying trend, and we have a bit of, well, more or less light winds, 10 to 15 mile per hour, so a little bit of breeze at times, but still plenty of sunshine and heat today, mid to upper 80s for all of our areas, 80 degrees for Ellensburg, a little bit cooler there. But folks, just looking at a beautiful Monday ahead, so hope you have some outside plans, and we're going to continue to see cooler temperatures though as we head into midweek, and then we're going to see that warm up as we get to our next weekend. So a lot to talk about. I'm going to fill you in on my full forecast coming up, but for right now we're going to send it back to Riley.
Thank you so much, Jason. Turning to Washington, D.C. and that 11th hour debt limit deal, President Joe Biden and House Speaker Kevin McCarthy are now urging Congress to push through their agreement to raise the debt ceiling. Though the president says the compromise takes catastrophic default off the table, lawmakers from both parties are accusing their sides of making too many concessions. ABC's Justin Finch has more.
This morning, with the Treasury Secretary warning the nation could be 7 days away from defaulting on its debts, a new lap in the race to raise the debt ceiling is underway.
The Speaker and I made it clear from the start that the only way forward was a bipartisan agreement.
President Joe Biden urging Congress to pass the debt limit deal he brokered with House Speaker Kevin McCarthy. Both leaders forced to make concessions.
It doesn't get everything everybody wanted, but that's in divided government. That's where we end up.
The compromise would increase the country's $31 trillion debt ceiling through the 2024 presidential election and lock in new spending restraints. Sources tell ABC News the budget deal keeps most federal spending roughly flat next year, raising it by 1% in 2025. Defense spending would increase. The agreement includes new work requirements with time limits on how long some Americans up to age 54 can receive food assistance. Sources say the bill would also preserve Social Security, Medicaid, and veterans benefits. Congress members are reacting to the 99-page legislation released Sunday. Staunch conservatives like Virginia Republican Bob Good believe McCarthy gave up too much, writing, "No one claiming to be a conservative could justify a yes vote." Congressional Progressive Caucus Chair Pramila Jayapal on CNN.
And I think it is really unfortunate that the president opened the door to this.
Meantime, many Americans who rely on federal assistance, like this West Virginia single mom, worry Capitol Hill delays will cost her family.
There are other bills that either are going to go unpaid or we're not going to eat.
Congress members are due back to Capitol Hill tomorrow from their holiday recess, with the House on track for a debt ceiling vote Wednesday. And the Senate is already bracing for potential votes Friday and into the weekend. The Texas House of Representatives voted Saturday to impeach State Attorney General Ken Paxton. The House filed 20 articles of impeachment against the Republican AG. He is accused of bribery, abuse of the public's trust, and other acts of misconduct. Republicans control the House, yet Saturday's vote to remove Paxton was overwhelming.
There have been 121 ayes and 23 nays, 2 present not voting, 3 absent. The resolution is adopted. The chair directs the chief clerk to notify the governor of the House's action. The chair directs the Committee on General Investigating to prepare any further resolution required by the adoption of H.R. 2377. The House will stand at ease for 15 minutes.
Paxton has denied any wrongdoing. Under state law, Paxton is now temporarily suspended from his duties as Attorney General and will await a Senate trial. Governor Greg Abbott is expected to appoint a temporary replacement, but it is unclear when that may happen. The Pentagon is stepping up security to stop the unauthorized removal of classified material. Pentagon Force Protection Agency says it is increasing security screenings and measures for employees entering and exiting the building. The move comes after an Air National Guardsman, Jack Teixeira, was charged under the Espionage Act for a massive leak of classified documents. He has not entered a formal plea. After the leak, Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin also ordered a 45-day review of defense security programs, policies, and procedures. That review should be completed in the next few days. And Jason Valentine returns now with a look at your morning weather forecast.
You see it there, plenty of sunshine. More of it is on the way for your Memorial Day. We do have a cool down though to talk about this week. I'll get to that in my first alert weather forecast coming right up.
Plus, we'll introduce you to a World War II vet who had quite the birthday celebration this weekend.
Honoring men and women who made the ultimate sacrifice.
It's the Ford Big Deal Memorial Day sales event. Choose from big deals and great rates on new trucks and SUVs now through May 31st. Get 0% APR and $1,000 on a qualifying trade for a 2023 Edge, Escape, or Explorer, only at your local Ford dealer.
From Camp KView, this is Medically Speaking.
At West Richland Family Dental and Prime Dental Pasco, we want to remind you your oral health is important. We know that life can get busy. Don't let your family's oral health take a back seat. At West Richland Family Dental and Prime Dental Pasco, we offer extended hours. That's right, we are open from 7 a.m. until 7 p.m., Monday through Friday, plus Saturdays for when the week gets to be too full. We want you to smile healthy and live happy. No insurance? No problem. At West Richland Family Dental and Prime Dental Pasco, our membership plan starts at just $79 and costs only $35 a month. That's 2 cleanings, x-rays, and much more for just $35 a month. Learn more at WRFDC.com or PDPNW.com. Find us at one of our 2 locations, West Richland Family Dental and Prime Dental Pasco. Stunning smiles for the whole family.
Situated in the heart of Washington wine country, the Prosser House by John Gray is a place you won't want to miss. John's international culinary training brings amazing cuisine to the table. Treat yourself and someone special to a meal you won't soon forget. We'll see you at the Prosser House.
A new roof looks great. A new roof with new gutters looks amazing. With Aero Roofing, amazing is now more affordable than ever. Get 25% off gutters with your new re-roof. Did we mention our 50-year roof warranty at no extra cost? Don't miss this limited time offer. Give Aero Roofing a call today.
For over 600 different premium cigars, including every cigar rated 95 and higher in the last decade. It's The Educated Cigar. For 115 different fine pipe tobaccos and 55 different briarwood pipes from England, Germany, and Italy. It's The Educated Cigar. for 95 and higher rated wines and White Bluff IPAs. It's the Educated Cigar in Richland.
It's the Ford Big Deal Memorial Day sales event. Choose from big deals and great rates on new trucks and SUVs now through May 31st. Get 0% APR and $1,000 on a qualifying trade for a 2023 Edge, Escape, or Explorer, only at your local Ford dealer.
It's one of the world's largest dams, and it's on our own Columbia River.
Largest dam in North America, and we love it. Where else do you get to see that?
The Grand Coulee Dam.
Sun, beautiful, beautiful open spaces.
Fly the Northwest, Tuesday on Cap KVU Local News at 6.
Monday on Live, Bethany Frankel. Plus, we kick off Get Ready for Summer Week.
Today at 9 on Cap KVU.
A 96-year-old World War II veteran was treated to a very special birthday celebration and parade on Saturday in Indiana. Jack Mooney was just 18 years old when he joined the Navy 2 weeks after his high school graduation.
Goodness.
I still can't believe it. But it's like I've told a couple people today, I read things in history books that I remember. That makes me a really old coot.
Mooney served as a gunner's mate in World War II on the destroyer, the USS Walker. Unbelievable, and so young when he entered the Navy.
Yes.
We're glad he's still with us, and he sounds very coherent, so that's good.
Yeah, I mean, looking back, being able to read history books and read about things that you remember.
Yes, I'm slowly getting to that area. All right, folks, well, we're going to be talking about this beautiful day today. I'll have your forecast coming up.
Yes, and Sunset Gardens in Richland is hosting a Memorial Day service of remembrance for everyone who has served the country. We're taking a live look outside in Richland this morning. It's a day of thoughtful reflection for all of the men and women who have sacrificed for the country. Sunset Gardens have been busy this morning, setting out more than 1,000 flags. We're taking a look at a lot of them right now to fly across the cemetery for the 51st annual Memorial Day community celebration. There are free hot dogs and snow cones from 10 to 2, skydivers, live music, and a guest speaker.
Folks, coming up, it's a beautiful day today. You've seen it already. I have your forecast. That's next.
And the VA is pushing to let veterans know of one key benefit that many of them don't use. That's next on Good Morning Northwest.
It's the Ford Big Deal Memorial Day sales event. Choose from big deals and great rates on new trucks and SUVs now through May 31st. Get 0% APR and $1,000 on a qualifying trade for a 2023 Edge, Escape, or Explorer, only at your local Ford dealer.
It's finals time, where what happens next lives on forever. This time is for all time.
E.T.'s Summer Movie Preview, behind the scenes of the biggest blockbusters. From Harrison Ford's final Indiana Jones to Tom Cruise's new mission.
Epic in every way.
Next, E.T.
Tonight at 7 on Cap KVU.
Craving Rock My World bold flavors only Taco Time can deliver? Congratulations! Crushing your craving just got easier. Taco Time, online and on demand. Dream delivered. You're welcome. When you know what you want, anytime is Taco Time.
Mix up your breakfast and lunch routine. Stop by Some Bagels and Gelato, where fresh is the name of the game. Bagels by themselves or in a variety of tasty sandwiches. Fresh roasted coffee to make your latte a step above. And save some room for gelato. Find it waiting for you at Some Bagels and Gelato.
Hey, check out the new Oreo Brookie Blizzard at DQ. Oreo pieces, brownie, and cookie. This treat is doing the most, which makes it the perfect treat for when you're doing, well, the least. Oh, this is nice. Oh, come on!
Hey, neighbor!
We were enjoying a moment with the Oreo Brookie Blizzard. Okay. This is more like it. Enjoy your Oreo Brookie Blizzard moment today. Only at DQ. Happy tastes good.
Rick's Custom Fencing and Decking was proud to take part in the Great American Flag Swap. Our commitment to quality craftsmanship, superior service, and community support is a reflection of our love for this great nation. Rick's Fencing and Decking thanks you for joining us in honoring our veterans and all who serve.
Next extra, Tom Cruise outdoes Tom Cruise. Harrison Ford takes one last ride as Indy, and Margot Robbie becomes Barbie with Ryan Gosling.
Hi, Ken.
Your ultimate summer movie preview. Next extra.
Tonight at 7:30 on Cap KVU.
Our phones keep us constantly connected.
Please switch to airplane mode.
But what if they had a mode to help us actually connect? Introducing Us Mode, a mode that makes our phones less distracting, so we can focus on quality time. So the notifications we get are the ones that matter. So we're never distracted from what's most important. Visit US Cellular in-store or online to set up Us Mode for free, even if you're not a customer. US Cellular, built for us.
It's the Ford Big Deal Memorial Day sales event. Choose from big deals and great rates on new trucks and SUVs now through May 31st. Get 0% APR and $1,000 on a qualifying trade for a 2023 Edge, Escape, or Explorer, only at your local Ford dealer.
Check out the Grand Coulee Dam by air, Tuesday on Cap KVU Local News at 6. Now, Cap KVU First Alert Weather with Jason Valentine.
Good Monday morning, everyone. Welcome to Memorial Day. Hope you have today off. If not, still hope you can get outside and enjoy this sunshine. What a beautiful morning we have, and we're going to have more of it today and just building heat as well. So we do also have a drying trend on the way, as we're not expecting much, if any, precipitation, at least for the next 2 days. Could even persist into our weekend. Cooler, well then warmer as we move along in our week. So a little of everything. If you're looking for some relief, it's on the way, but if you were enjoying the heat, more of that's on the way as well. So we're seeing a beautiful morning this morning, almost no movement on our entire Skywatch radar. So folks, beautiful day. You've got to do some traveling, beautiful day to do it. Low pressure system right above Spokane, kind of ruling the roost, keeping winds light and keeping us dry for today and for the next couple of days at least. As we move into our morning, we're going to see more sunshine throughout, and it's going to continue into our daytime. As we get to tomorrow morning, more sunshine as well. We do have a little bit of shower activity to the southeast of the Blue Mountain region, but other than that, we're not seeing any precipitation else in our areas and nowhere near our region. So we'll keep a close eye on that, see if that moves anywhere to the west. Current temperatures, we're in the mid 50s to lower 50s right now, but again, close grouping of our temperatures. It means a very calm weather system that happens when a low pressure system is parked right above us, or at least in our vicinity. So for the next couple of days, we are going to be cooling down towards Wednesday and Thursday. This is for the Tri-Cities, which is averaging 79 at this time of year. So we're above our average for the entire week, including when we cool down. So all of our areas, mid to upper 70s, lower 80s for Wednesday and Thursday. Then we'll start to warm up Friday into our weekend, where we'll be in the mid 90s for the Tri-Cities, so upper 80s to lower 90s for all of our areas. So warmer conditions are on the way, but if you need a little bit of relief, it is on the way Wednesday and Thursday. So winds, this is pretty indicative of what we're going to see. At times light, and then at times 10 to 15 mile per hour possible. So a little bit of breeze for the next couple of days, maybe even a little bit of a bump as we head into Wednesday, but still very consistent winds for the next couple of days, if not week ahead. So just looking 10 to 15 mile per hour. All right, let's take a look at our highs today. We are warm, mid 80s for Yakima, Toppenish, 80 degrees for Ellensburg. And again, folks, we're all of our areas about 10 or so degrees above our average, mid to upper 80s for the Mid-Columbia, and over in the Blue Mountain region, 87 for Walla Walla, 84 for Pendleton. 7-day forecast, and for Yakima, going to cool down to the upper 70s for Wednesday and Thursday, still just above the average for this time of year. Then as we head into our weekend, around the 90-degree mark. So something for everybody, upper 70s to lower 90s. Plenty of sunshine on the way, including today. In the Tri-Cities area, going to cool down to the upper 80s Wednesday and Thursday. Friday, 88, and then those mid to lower 90s for your weekend. But again, look at all of this sunshine, which is on the way. That is also the case for your Memorial Day today. Plenty of sunshine will slowly warm up towards the mid to upper 80s. Should be a gorgeous day indeed. Hope you're able to enjoy, and the rest of the work week looks pretty darn good as well.
Thank you so much, Jason. The Department of Veterans Affairs wants to raise awareness about a final honor for the nation's veterans. They say burial benefits frequently go unused by veterans, and they want those who served and their families to know the extent of their options. Karen Kaifa reports from Arlington, Virginia.
Amid the quiet and the solemnity, Arlington National Cemetery is expanding, adding 70 acres to the south of these hallowed grounds, an estimated 80,000 burial sites by late 2027.
The current physical expansion that we're doing right now was the last available land contiguous, in other words, connecting to Arlington National Cemetery. And even to do that expansion, we've had to reconstruct existing roads.
About 30 miles to the south of Arlington is Quantico National Cemetery. It's one of 155 national cemeteries across the nation maintained by the Department of Veterans Affairs National Cemetery Administration. The network also includes 121 state-run cemeteries funded by the VA, and they say about 94% of U.S. veterans have one of these burial sites within 75 miles of home. Still, utilization of VA burial benefits, which include no-cost interment as well as similar benefits for spouses and dependents, is low compared to other VA benefits like health care and education. Last year, just 22%.
That's a number we want to see increase. We want to make sure veterans know that this is an option across America.
So they're working to improve rural access to burial sites and in dense urban areas build above-ground columbariums with a smaller footprint, like this one at Los Angeles National Cemetery. Another will soon open in Queens, New York. All of it a way to say thank you one final time.
The way we look at it is this is the nation's last chance to thank that veteran for their service.
We'll be right back with the morning sprint and a final check on your forecast. But first, a look at what's ahead on Good Morning Northwest.
In this morning's GMA First Look, Elizabeth Holmes' last day of freedom. The Theranos founder set to report to this now infamous minimum security prison in Bryan, Texas, to begin serving her 11-plus-year sentence after multiple failed last-ditch legal efforts.
No matter how confident a person may be or how prepared they are for a prison sentence, no one can be prepared for what Elizabeth Holmes is in for on Tuesday.
Holmes claimed her Theranos technology could run hundreds of health tests with just a few drops of blood, but that was a lie, and she was convicted of 4 counts of fraud and conspiracy in January 2022.
Ms. Holmes is going to have a very mundane life.
All the details coming up at 7 a.m. With your GMA First Look, I'm Ariel Reshef, ABC News, New York.
Asthma isn't pretty. It's the moment when you realize that a good day is about to become a bad one. But then I remembered that the world is so much bigger than that with Trelegy. Because 1 dose a day helps keep my asthma symptoms under control. And with 3 medicines and 1 inhaler, Trelegy helps improve lung function so I can breathe easier for a full 24 hours.
Trelegy won't replace a rescue inhaler for sudden breathing problems. Trelegy contains a medicine that increases risk of hospitalizations and death from asthma problems when used alone. When this medicine is used with an inhaled corticosteroid, like in Trelegy, there is not a significant increased risk of these events. Do not take Trelegy more than prescribed. Trelegy may increase risk of thrush and infections. Get emergency care for serious allergic reactions. See your doctor if your asthma does not improve or gets worse.
What a wonderful world. Ask your doctor about once daily Trelegy for asthma, because breathing should be beautiful.
Now, the morning sprint.
Well, the time right now is 6:52. We are going to get to Jason's local forecast in a moment, but first a look at this morning's top stories. A Kennewick woman is facing several charges after an hours-long standoff at an apartment complex Sunday. That morning, the KPD responded to the 100 block of North McKinley Street, searching for 35-year-old Kayla Guzman. She reported she was armed, and a request for Tri-City Regional SWAT was made. Prior to arrival, the apartment Guzman was in caught fire. SWAT detained Guzman, who was booked into Benton County Jail on the charges of arson, burglary, resisting arrest, and false reporting. After officers were originally dispatched to the 1000 block of South Johnson Street for a burglary in process, Kennewick police are looking into accusations of sexual assault. Upon arrival, the officers contacted a 28-year-old female who disclosed she was lured into an empty house and sexually assaulted. Officers with the KPD attempted to locate the suspect who fled on foot. This case is still under investigation. If anyone has any information about this incident, call the non-emergency number at 509-628-0333. A Kennewick man is facing charges allegedly bringing his children with him to a gang shooting. Authorities said 37-year-old John Salinas' two sons were walking near Kamiakin High School when they claimed a silver vehicle pulled up next to them and threatened them with a gun. It was later reported to police that the silver vehicle pulled up next to Salinas' vehicle at a red light. Witnesses said the driver in the silver car began shooting. Salinas suffered several injuries and was arrested Wednesday. Salinas is a convicted felon with cases in Washington, Oregon, and Texas. Due to his convictions, it is illegal for him to own a firearm. His bail is set at $500,000 due to investigators' beliefs that Salinas brought his 9-year-old daughter with him on a mission to confront a person with a gun. 30-year-old Patrick Liver was arrested Saturday on suspicion of a drive-by shooting, unlawful possession of a firearm, burglary, and obstruction. Officers were called to the 1700 block of Jadwin Avenue after a reported shooting. Officers said they didn't find any victims, but they saw a vehicle that matched the description given by one of the witnesses. The driver, later identified as Liver, ran into a nearby apartment. The SWAT team was then called and authorities were able to arrest him. Richland police officers responded to a call of possible auto theft in the 1400 block of Judson Avenue early Friday morning. According to the RPD, the caller said he saw a teen get into his truck and drive away. The truck then stalled in the middle of the street. When officers arrived, they found the vehicle in the street. The teen suspect then ran from the scene. Officers were able to chase him and arrest him. And drivers headed between Walla Walla and the Tri-Cities are about to be moving a lot faster. WashDOT is almost finished with a new section of US 12 north of Touchy and Loudon. This project has been going on for decades, but this latest update means that Touchy and Loudon won't have highway traffic going through anymore, and drivers will have 4 lanes of divided highway instead of 2 along this section. WashDOT initially said they plan to have the highway reopened today. It's the final day of a 3-day weekend, and the beautiful weather means a lot of people will be spending time outside. Benton County Mosquito Control says you might be seeing their plane out doing mosquito treatments. They say there's a lot of water around, which means there's a perfect grading ground for the bugs. And it's been a very hot spring so far. While mosquito control is doing what they can, they're also recommending that you use bug spray if you're going to be out on the Yakima River.
And yes, those beautiful conditions will be continuing. Good Monday morning, everyone. Happy Memorial Day. And if you don't have the day off, beautiful day. Hope you can get outside and enjoy some of it. If you do have the day off, oh, what a beautiful day. Plenty of sunshine this morning already, and unfettered sunshine throughout. Clear skies. If you're doing some traveling today or have people coming in or back home, you're going to have perfect traveling conditions, and they're going to have perfect traveling conditions as well. Current temperatures, 62 already in the Tri-Cities, 60 for Hermiston. Other than that, we're mostly in the mid-50s, 52 for Pendleton, a little cooler there, but still, folks, beautiful conditions. Now, we're going to be staying warm today, then we're going to start to cool down towards midweek. Now, this is for the Tri-Cities, so 79 average temperature for this time of year, so it is still above our average, but then we'll be warming back up. All of our areas for this weekend will be seeing upper 80s to mid to lower 90s, so if you're looking for relief, it's on the way Wednesday and Thursday, then those warmer temperatures coming this upcoming weekend. So winds, not much of a factor today. We expect around 10 to 15 mile per hour winds. Other than that, we're looking at nominal winds, but we'll see pretty consistent winds for the next couple of days. Our highs today, mid-80s for the Yakima Valley, 80 degrees for Ellensburg. In the mid-Columbia, mid to upper 80s. Folks, we're staying warm, and in the Blue Mountain region, right in those mid-80s as well. Folks, hope you can enjoy the sunshine today. A gorgeous Memorial Day on the way. Riley.
KapKV Local News is back tonight at 5.